So if you want to get a watch similar to this but of your choice with free credit and free shipping, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hello, so I have a bit of a story time video for you, and not in the terms of my Uber driver took a wrong turn, therefore I am being kidnapped kind of story time. I mean like an actual, just like we were sitting around a campfire and I am your grandpa, or I guess grandma, and then I tell you a story about how the way things were 30 years ago. And so you know, every single time when, if you ask your dad, normally it's always when it's your dad or your grandpa or really any other male authority figure in your life. So you know when you always ask them, you know, what time it is, because you just, I don't know, walking around somewhere and be like, hey dad, what time is it? And then, you know what they say, time to get a watch. Every time, without fail. And then maybe they'll actually tell you what time it is, but for the most part, it's always starting out, what, Frankie? It's time to get a watch. And you know what the problem with that is? And never in my life have I been able to find the perfect watch. Except for a Pikachu watch, but I cannot always use that for every single occasion. And that happens in my life. You know, people always say that watches are dead now, but I like to think that they're not. Now, this is funny coming from somebody who doesn't really wear watches, but I've always wanted to. It was just hard finding a good watch that I would always wear, or that went with my style, you know. That's one of the hardest things, especially when you're not really sure what your style is. So I'm a public speaker, right, and I gotta keep track of the time, you know. At VidCon you have an hour. Most of the time you have an hour. And although you do have people in the back that hold up signs that say like 30 minutes left, 15 minutes left, and sometimes you miss those people. Or if you're anywhere, any other conference that won't have that, you wanna know what time it is, right? And if you're the one actually doing a talk and you need to know what time it is, like you need to make sure you're right on time, I just feel like it's not always appropriate to pull out your big old iPhone and, you know, like it just takes up so much time. You gotta go find your iPhone and then you gotta like make sure it's in your hand and then, you know, click on it and all this other stuff, and then you gotta go put it back down and you gotta make sure you do it nicely, otherwise it's gonna fall off the table and then crack and then you screw it out of another, however much it costs to get it replaced. So I like the idea of watches because you can just do this ever so casually and then put your arm back down. It's like a natural movement if you're talking, if you're using a mic, or if you just, you know, doing this hand motions. Oh look, I am just casually and gracefully checking the time on my watch. Am I weird? I'm weird, I don't know. Probably everybody watching this is like, Rikki, what the hell are you talking about? Now, as a public speaker or someone trying to, you know, get more of these gigs and whatnot, that comes with dressing a little more appropriately. Unless you're at VidCon, then nobody really cares. But if you're going to a school, a college, you want to look a little bit more put together. You don't need to be the fanciest person. You don't need to wear a tux, obviously, but I like to wear, you know, some really nice jeans, a nice top, always like a blazer. I'm a blazer fanatic. And there's always something that I felt missing, and that was a watch. But I couldn't find the right watch, and I can't really bring the Pikachu watch. I probably could, and I probably wouldn't care as much, but I would just probably feel silly. So the girl who wore a Pikachu necklace on the red carpet at Buffer Festival, but I feel like that's different. That's just about me. It's different. But now, I feel like I finally got a good watch that just goes with everything and fits what I'm looking for. And that is this watch by JORD Watches. This particular one is from their Frankie series, and it is the Zebrawood and Champagne one. They have a lot of options for men, women, whatever you identify as. There's something for everyone, and it's just very, you know, clean looking. So if you're having trouble with a clean looking watch that doesn't look too over the top or too I really like this. So if you look at the close-up, you will see that the wood is just so nice looking, and it's not too dark, but it's not too light, which is what I personally like, and this color combination works. And it's really big, so you don't have to like squint unless you have really bad eyesight. You don't really have to like squint at it and be like, okay, what does this say? It's easy to just quickly look at it and then put it down. And it's comfortable. They do have a measuring system, so you measure your wrist and then they round it up to their nearest fourth of an inch or something. It's a little teensy bit tight sometimes, but when you get the box, it has another like thing that comes with it. I haven't tested it out yet because I don't feel like this is too much of a struggle to put on. Well, it's just really sleek and nice looking, and I like it. The only thing that kind of drives me bonkers, and I think this is just because of me and my brain really, is that I always have trouble putting it on. When I filmed the close-up, I was constantly struggling with putting it on, and when I had my streaming, my editing stream, people saw how much I struggled with getting it on, and it's this part right here. You have a little clasp, so it makes it very long, right? And I would just keep doing this, and it was just so difficult. I couldn't figure out how to get it on. I think with plenty of practice now, ow, it's piercing my skin. That's the tightness problem I tend to have. But finally, ow, you can clip it on and then you get stuck again. I advertise well, I know. But then, okay, voila, we have it on. Yay! So it's really easy to take off and put on as long as you can figure out which side goes first. I tend to mix that up all the time. Okay. So with all that being said, let's skip to the part that you're actually really excited for, the giveaway. I know, I'm a YouTube viewer too. I like free things. Come on, I know. So the prize is store credit to JORD. You will get $139.95 plus free shipping. We love free shipping. I know we do, right? Now, this watch retails for $189, so you get a pretty good discount if you wanted this particular one. In fact, I'm pretty sure the whole line is like $189. So you have like a set price point per whatever line you're looking at. So to get that store credit, there's a link down below, so you can go to that, click on it, enter your name, your email, whatever is on there, and then send it off. The giveaway will last for 2 weeks, so you got 2 weeks to get up on that. Once midnight hits, the winner will be emailed, as well as those who don't win. So therefore, if you accidentally forgot when the giveaway ended, you will know that whether or not you didn't win. So if you didn't win, which I apologize in advance, there is still a coupon code for 15% off your purchase, which is right here, and the store still offers free shipping regardless. So you'll win a little there, a little bit, if you find anything that you like. So if you enter the giveaway, good luck, and I want to see what kind of watch that you choose. If you want to follow me on all of my social media, links to that will be down below. If you want to help support my content, you can do so by pledging to be a patron on Patreon or leaving a tip on Coffee. Both links to that will be down below. I upload every Monday and Thursday unless otherwise stated, and I will see you later. Bye.